off with Ohio Ballet.
I did, yeah. I danced with Heinz Pohl's Ohio Ballet for 15 years before starting Groundworks in 1998. So we started Groundworks with the idea that it would be dedicated to new work. That was our primary mission. And of course I would be contributing regularly to that vision. But also we decided fairly early on that we would incorporate work by other choreographers as well and try to look for the most exciting work that was out there. And that vision has really been realized in many wonderful projects, successful projects with fantastic artists from all over the country.
What does dance bring to life?
You know, it's dance is, for me, dance is in the body. You know, it's this amazingly human art form, and I think it puts people in touch with that because they're seeing living, breathing human beings realize that form in real time. I think that's really, really important, especially in these days. And I think we get further and further away from those kinds of real sorts of contacts, connections in our everyday life. And so I think as an art form, it reminds us that this is important. This human connection, this thing that happens, so that I believe very strongly that you know, people say dance is threatened. It's being, you know, we can't compete with technologies and media-based art forms, and I think I disagree. I think the need, the urge for people to connect this way will be stronger and stronger.
You participate each year in the Heinz Pohl Dance Festival?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this is a fantastic tradition. I think unique in the country. The city of Akron has, for over 35 years, sponsored an annual summer dance festival. They make dance performances available to the public. My feeling is that the festival is really trying to embrace, you know, it's dedicated to Heinz Pohl, and Heinz was really simple about his sort of priorities. You know, he said there's good dance and there's bad dance, and he supported whatever he felt was good. And I think the festival wants to promote that vision, that attitude. So they're still trying to bring the best possible quality dance to the region and to Akron and its citizens.
The festival occurs over a series of 4 weekends in parks.
Yes.
As a general rule, but sometimes a cemetery.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And we were approached last year to see, because they like to spread the locations around. They have a couple that they do every summer, but they're trying to reach different neighborhoods and different communities. But they approached us to say, you know, we'd like you to consider performing in Glendale Cemetery, and I just jumped at it. I thought that was a great idea. It's a great location.
One of the hallmarks of Groundworks Dance Theater is that you've performed in some pretty weird environments, such as a former ice house, now a cemetery. What's this all about?
Well, it's really you know, again, when we started the company, the model was, what can we make work given our resources, given our, you know, the size, and we had virtually no budget when we started, and we knew we couldn't go into Playhouse Square or to E.J. Thomas, you know, and hope to draw an audience or be able to afford those kinds of venues to perform in. So we did a lot of performances in non-traditional spaces originally, and And that has become one of the hallmarks of the organization, that we can adapt to virtually any space. And we made some very wise investments, I think, early on in production equipment, a portable stage, lighting equipment, that help us to produce this way inexpensively or affordably.
One question that the public often has, I think, relating to dance, is how should you take it? On what level do you read it?
And I think, because people are always wondering, what does it mean? What does it mean? Especially in an abstract form, as dance is. All I can say is that you bring to your dance interpretation who you are. You bring to it your own experience, and you react to it in your own personal way. And I firmly believe that that's the way to look at dance. You have to start there. I'm not saying that there isn't more to appreciate or understand about dance. There certainly are. It's like a good wine. But hopefully with dance, there's many entry points, ways of appreciating it. And as you see it more and more, your eye becomes more and more accustomed to seeing forms, different shapes, different relationships, physical relationships. You start to become aware of different things, and you get a different experience out of it as that happens.
So you're saying it is what you think it is?
I am absolutely saying that. And I think the best pieces are successful because they leave that room for interpretation from the audience.
Thanks for joining us on another Arts Quest. We hope you enjoyed this quest for the arts. And remember to check out artsquesttv.com if you've got a show idea or if you want us to come out and see something at your gallery.
Very good. We're going to close out the show with a classical moment from classical guitarist extraordinaire John Marcel Williams.
My name is John Marcel Williams. I'm going to play an excerpt from Hungarian Fantasy by J.K. Mertz.
Hi, this is David Kettlewell, host of the Medical Matters TV show. I'm here with a close friend, John Wright of American Ramp Systems. John, tell us a little bit about wheelchair ramps.
David, American Ramp Systems manufactures a steel ramp. It's an open mesh metal. It allows snow and moisture to pass through in the winter times, making it the most non-skid ramp on the market. We sell these ramps and we rent the ramps. We offer free home evaluations, and they require no building permits.
Very good. So when you need a wheelchair ramp, American Ramp Systems, freedom for life.